So happy Thursday, everybody. The week is almost over. At least it is for me. I hope you've been having a great week. My name is Dr. Kitiana Lowe. I go by Dr. K, and I'm the Director of Programs and Events here at WBEC ORV. And I would like to welcome you all to our newly certified WB onboarding. So that means, in my mind, that many of you are recently certified. So I want to say congratulations. If some of you happen to have been certified, you've been here for a while, but you're just now attending another onboarding, welcome to this as well. This is going to be a really dynamic webinar where you're going to learn all things about WBENC, all things about WBEC ORV, how to get engaged, how to get involved, and that sort of thing. So before I get started, I always like to take a moment to introduce our team here at WBEC ORV. Jackie, if you can go to the next slide.
I'm going. Yep.
There we go. So we are led by our new president and CEO, Dr. Frederica Singletary. She goes by Frederica. And then our fractional CFO is Jackie Jordan. She's actually here on the call and going to be facilitating this webinar today. Our fractional CHRO is LaCosta Moore. And then our senior director of marketing, communications, and engagement is Courtney Martin. You are all, I'm sure, very familiar with our certification department, led by our Director of Certification and Outreach, Colleen Rudisil, and our Certification Manager, Robbie Moore. And then on the corporate side, we have our Corporate Engagement Manager, Devin Davis. Our Administrative Assistant is Morgan McDonald. And then we do have a Certification Specialist that works with our certification team, Anita Steele. So we are a mighty and ever-growing team. I don't know, we're going to end up needing a second slide if we add any more bodies. But we work diligently to do all things that you need in regards to your certification, business development, programs, events, really to help you not only as a business owner, but also as an individual. And so without further ado, I would like to go ahead and introduce your presenter for today, Jackie Jordan. She is the CEO of the Nets Effect Company, LLC. Jackie, I will turn it over to you.
Well, thank you, Dr. K. And again, I want to send congratulations to all of you. I have to tell you that this is my second business being certified as a WBE through WBENC. And so the advantages, the resources, the tools, the support, everything that you're going to get being a certified WBE is going to be just phenomenal. So I can't wait to get into the slides. But before I do that, I wanted to know who's in the room. And when I think about who's in the room, you got to be in the room. If you've seen Hamilton, and Hamilton was in the room where it happened. So I just want to know who's in the room this morning. And Dr. K is gonna, if you can kind of guide us.
Yep.
So everyone can introduce yourself. What I want to know is your name, your business, and one thing, what type of business? What is your primary service? So like 3 sentences. Thank you.
All right, let's start with Katie Taylor.
Good morning. My name is Katie Taylor. I am the co-owner of CT Marketing Solutions, powered by Proforma. And we help businesses with their branding and marketing by providing print, promotional products, and apparel.
Awesome.
Oh.
I'm actually going to add one more thing to this list. Can you also tell us where you're located?
Yeah.
We are located in Lexington, Kentucky.
Perfect. Thank you. Jill Hoffmans.
My mouse is not working. I'm Jill Hoffmans. I am the founder and what I call Chief Den Mother of Jill's LLC. It's executive peer groups for CEOs and the C-suite. And in about 6 to 12 months, we'll have space for that also to include a membership bar for executives. And I'm in Columbus, Ohio.
Welcome. Thank you, Jill. Next is Crystal.
Morning, everyone. My name is Crystal Ogden. Sorry, I'm not on camera today, working from home. I am our project and office manager for Synergy International Limited. We're located in Akron, Ohio, and we are in consulting. We do marketing and management consulting, executive coaching, all kinds of fun stuff like that. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you. Next is it Fanny?
It's Benet.
Benet.
Yes. Hello, everyone. My name is Fanae Frederick. I'm the CEO and founder of Indelible Event Management. We're a premier event planning company with offices here in Columbus, Ohio, as well as Washington, D.C.
Wonderful. Welcome. And next is Lisa.
Good morning. I am Katie Taylor's business partner. So we own CT Marketing Solutions in Lexington, Kentucky. We are distributors of branded merchandise and marketing services to businesses across the country.
Wonderful. Welcome. And next is Renee.
Good morning. My name is Renee Bolton. I am the co-founder of RBG Virtual Solutions. We provide executive administrators to help with all of the back-end tasks so that we can give you more time to do what you went into business for. We are outside of Cleveland, Ohio, in a suburb, Garfield Heights.
Wonderful. Welcome, Renee. Next is Melissa.
I apologize, my dogs seem to be barking.
That's all right.
Right. My name is Melissa Braunschweig. I am the admin coordinator for Graham Pape Incorporated. We are a cultural resource firm. We do archaeological and historic preservation and a few other things along that. And we have our corporate office is in Cincinnati, Ohio, but we have a few other offices across the U.S.
Wonderful. Welcome, Melissa.
Thank
And
you.
last but certainly not least, Kathleen.
Hello, and thank you so much for that. I too am working from home and want to apologize for not being on screen today. But again, I'm Kathleen Greeley, founder of Broken Crayons Still Coloring, a trauma-informed company that creates therapeutic tools and healing apparel for women rebuilding from trauma, transition, and loss. After surviving cancer twice, I began designing reflective workbooks, workshops, and products that help women regulate, restore, and rise. I'm working out of Toledo, and I am also offering grant writing. And thank you for asking.
Wonderful. And I just saw somebody else pop up on my screen, Sylvia. I think I missed you when I was scrolling.
Hello, my name is Sylvia Garrett. I'm the CEO of Sylvia Garrett and Associates, which is an award-winning insurance and financial service business located in or headquartered in Columbus, Ohio, but licensed in 12 states. I am happy to be here today. I apologize for being late. I got off on another meeting a little late. So
No
thank you.
worries at all. No worries at all. We're really just getting started. So welcome to all of you.
Yes.
And Jackie, I will turn it back over to you.
Awesome. Thank you. It is, again, it's so important to know who's in the room. And as we were introducing, or as you were introducing yourselves, we're actually listening and learning not only about WBEC ORV, but about other opportunities which may exist. So if you had a need out there and someone supplies that good or services that you need, there might be a connection there. So I always find it important to know who's in the room. I am sharing my screen. I want to make sure everyone can hear. And also, if you have questions, we do have question and answer at the end, but if there's something burning, raise your hand and Dr. K will facilitate and let us know who's coming off, because I won't be able to see who's raising your hand. But do raise your hand, and if there's a burning question, but we will have questions, opportunity to answer questions at the end. So
And you can
again,
also, oh, sorry, I'll just add, you can also drop your questions into the chat because I am
yes.
monitoring that chat.
Absolutely. You can drop them in the chat as well. So again, you are in the room where it's happening. Congratulations on your WBENC certification. So we're going to unlock some opportunities. We're going to talk about those resources this morning and what those networking opportunities are. This session is 3 topics basically. WBENC overview. We're going to talk about the basics of WBENC, the network, and then core. We're going to focus on core. That's certification, opportunities, resources, and engagement. So about WBENC, the mission is to fuel economic growth globally through access to opportunities by identifying, certifying, and facilitating development of women-owned businesses. Again, core certification, opportunities, resources, and engagement. But this is what you really need to know. This is the impact. This is the footprint of the community that you have now become part of. There are 20,000 plus WBENC certified WBEs, 550 plus corporate members, 14 regional partners, and then there's one national partner. And one thing I don't know if I didn't see it on the screen, but this is fueling billions and billions of dollars to the economy. And so uh, small businesses, women-owned businesses, we are we use the term small, but we're not small by any means. We are big. We are making an impact on the economy in the US. So the network, we are WBENC, all WBENC certified WBs and WOSB. WOSB is the Women-Owned Small Business. WOSB is the Women-Owned Small Business, and they may engage in their regional partner organization. So we are one. I think I saw something pop up a second ago. I paused because I was trying to read it and then it disappeared. But we are one of the RPOs. And so WBE ORC is one of the 14. So you can see we're all over. I don't know if you can see my little mouse here, but pretty much all over the US, the Pacific, the West. In Texas, it's the South, right? WBEA. We were just in New Orleans with WBEC South, and that was a great time for the national conference. WBEC Florida, GWBC. And then we've got the East up here in the North, in the northern New England states. We've got New York Metro, we've got CWS, and then kind of here in the Michigan area is the Great Lakes. And then here we are. This is us, WBEC ORV. And that's Ohio, Kentucky, and West Virginia. I heard today most of us are in Ohio. My business is located in Kentucky, in Covington, Kentucky, and I have offices in Ohio. So again, I'm not going to regurgitate that. I just kind of told you about that. Again, I saw a question. Hopefully, I've kind of highlighted what you were asking about the RPO. This is one of all of these different RPOs and where those RPOs are located. So let's talk about the WBENC brand. There's three parts of the brand, the brand guidelines, the certified WBENC logo, and then the women-owned brand. These are located and housed in the WBENC Link 2.0. So if you remember the platform that you went in to get certified, when you went in to get certified, I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna come back to that question. I see these questions popping up, Dr. K.
No, that's just me responding to him, Jackie. You can keep going. You're good.
Okay. I was like, I saw a pop up. All right. But the brand, when you went into certify, you went into the platform WBENC Link 2.0. So everybody knows where that is because that's where you had to go to submit your application, right? So the brand assets are housed in there. And so once you get certified, it's unlocked and accessible to you. And now you can take those assets and add it to your marketing materials, add it to your website, add it to your handles, that you are a women-owned business and that you are a certified WBENC WBE, Women Business Enterprise. And so it's under the tools and branding media, and that's on the left side of the menu when you log in, okay? The seal, show off your status. We call it spill the tea. Let them know who you are. Tell them, educate them, and amplify. That's my definition of spilling the tea. Tell it, explain it, amplify. So we want to do that. We want to tell people who we are. Show off your logo. Again, the collateral, put it on your business cards, on your capability statements, on your brochures, your landing pages. whatever tool that you're using to market your business, you want to be proud to display that logo. Then let the public know that you are women owned, and that's the women owned brand. This logo is best for consumer facing materials, product packaging. I heard one business that has marketing collateral. I believe they were in Kentucky, maybe in Lexington. So you want to make sure that you're displaying. I have been in the grocery store and looked at packaging on a product and saw that women own on the label of the packaging. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is so great. It did make me gravitate toward that product because of the fact that it was women on, and that's part of the community which I'm part of. And so I wanted to support that women owned business. This logo was designed to be easily recognizable to consumers to help influence buying behaviors. And I just gave you an example right there of how it influenced me to buy that product. So again, I think it was some cookies that were, and on the back of the cookies, it was the woman owned brand. Um, Now, I remember it was women owned, but I couldn't remember the brand. But just because it was women owned, I bought it. Okay.
Mhm.
Such suggested uses again, the WBE seal. It provides a way for WBENC certified WBEs to visually communicate their certification. The following are typical ways the seal is used. You will see it in my email signature, your business cards, RFPs, and then your websites. I've kind of hit on that. And then the logo, the women owned logo. And as you can see, they're giving you examples. This might be the back of that cookie bag. They're giving you examples of where you will see the woman owned logo. Um, Everybody heard of Perel? Just raise your hand. You heard of Perel? Did you know that this is a woman-owned brand, and you can tell on the back of the brand? Who would know that it was woman-owned? But again, when we see those, then we know. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Visit buywomenowned.com and you can learn more about this logo. Most of us are service-based. But we do have little pins. Our last national conference, which was in New Orleans, they gave out these little women-owned pins. So you can display the pins, get the paraphernalia, um, everything to shine and amplify who we are and the community which you are now a part of. Okay, now we're going to talk about some do's and don'ts. When we talk about brand management, many organizations are very protective of their brand. They want to make sure that we're using it in the intent that it's supposed to be. And so on the left, we've got the do's, and on the right, we've got the don'ts. So you're a role model for other WBEs and aspiring WBEs. You want to talk about the certification. Let people know what we are and what we do. We are not WBENCs because that's possessive. It's not WBENCs, it's WBENC without the apostrophe S. When we're using WBENC certified in a sentence, we want to make sure we add that dash. It's together. So we want to make sure we're including that dash. WBENC certified business. When we are referring to WBEs, it is not possessive unless it's referring to one thing that one WBE owns, right? So that's just grammar. WBENC certification, again, the certification, the C is capitalized. The WBE seal. The seal is not the same as the WBENC logo. The woman-owned logo. Do not hyphenate woman-owned. So it's a little maybe a little bit confusing because WBENC certified, we're hyphenating, but woman-owned is standalone. There is no hyphen, okay? And then refer to the business as certified. It's the business that's certified and not the owner. So a lot of times you'll go and you'll be introducing yourself at different networks and different opportunities that you may have. And maybe you're engaged in conversation with corporate member or with another WBE or a potential WBE. You're going to refer to yourself as the business as certified and not, and I am a certified. No, it's your business that's certified. So that's what they're saying. It's the company that holds the certification and not the owner. All right. We're making our way on through our core. So core certification. Again, when we're talking about certification, it's the WBELink 2.0 is a fully digitized proprietary database of WBEs and corporate and government members. WBENC provides both WBEs certification and women-owned small business certification. So how are they doing that? And I'm going to pause here. My business is WBENC certified, and my business is WOSB certified. You'll hear some people say WOSB. I say WOSB. It just depends on what part of the country they're from. But that is through the U.S. Small Business Administration, and WBENC is a third-party administrator of that certification. So what they're doing is they will accept the certification through WBENC, but you have to select it. So my first time, this is a true story, my first time being certified, I didn't realize I need to opt in. It's not something you automatically get. Now, when you do select that certification, there's additional steps, additional criteria, additional documentation that they need in order to meet that. Now, once WBENC grants you that certification, you're not done yet. You've got to go back onto the U.S. Small Business Administration website and go through their steps to make sure they are recognizing that certification. So it's not just here, you're one and done, but you're going to continue, take that documentation that you have from WBENC, certifying you as a WOSB, and then relay that in the U.S. Small Business Administration database as well. And you have to do both. But you don't have to go through the entire certification process. It's like, anybody ever been to, I don't know, amusement park, Disney World, and you get the fast pass? So think of it like that, because you get to skip the line and you don't have to go through the long, 6-month process or 3-month process. You just need to provide the documentation, and then they will update it accordingly. All right. Recertification. So this is something actually we have to do every year. Every year you're going to have to recertify. And okay, I'll answer that question for you at the end of this session. If you hang tight. Annual touch points for all WBEs. Verification that WBE WOSB criteria is met. So we're looking at financial records. They're going to look at, your tax returns. You have to submit that information. If you're WOSB certified, they actually want your 941s, which are your payroll records. So there's a whole myriad, a very long list of documents, and different questions that you have to answer in order to recertify. So you have to go through that process, and there is a fee associated with that recertification. It's going to capture any changes in ownership, management, or control of the business. And it ensures updated WB information is available for WBENC for sourcing purposes. Remember, the information that you're putting into the system is available for search to meet searching criteria from our corporate members, our government members who may be looking for specific needs. Okay, so you're going to want to make sure you're putting all of your capabilities and your NAICS codes and all of these different things that it's going to ask you. Pretty much similar process that you went through to be certified, but here's how you have to plan ahead. 120 days before your certification expires, you're going to get an automated notice. And you're going to get that notice pretty much you're going to get a reminder every 30 days. You want to submit that no less than 30 to 60 days prior to the expiration date. And then a site visit, when you were first certified, they did a site visit, and that site visit is required every 3 years. So it's not required every year that you recertify, but every 3 years. And so it's a process that you want to stay ahead of. If you know that you were certified, your certification expires December 31st, put it on your calendar, a to-do list, that you're going to take a day to do everything that it takes. Because once you start the recertification, like you can go out of it, but you kind of have to start all over. So you want to sit there when you have all of the documents. You can print that document requirement checklist out. So when you got all those documents, take your 2-3 hours, however long it takes you, and you're going to go through that process. And then and once you pay and you confirm receipt, then you can submit the application. Regional certification. So this is about WBEC ORV. We are a standalone 501c3, and we serve as one of the 14 RPOs. We have over 1,100 WBEs and 80 corporate members, 80 plus corporate members. And our mission is leading through innovative, collaborative, and engaged groups of corporates, governments, WBEs, and advocates. We're a catalyst for growth and sustainability by adding more corporate partners and WBEs in Ohio, Kentucky, and West Virginia. Our vision is to be the premier resource for women-owned business development. Again, the certification process, we're still in that C, and then we're going to move to O, opportunities. Certification process tips for annual renewals. Kind of gave this a little bit, so I won't spend too much time. Collect the documents needed and pay the fee. Kind of talked about that. It's saying best practice is 90 days prior to the expiration date. And again, no less than 30 to 60 days. The process is a 90-day process for new and recertifications. So the reason why they want you to start 90 days, because it could take 90 days for you to get recertified. If there are missing documentations, the staff will send Q&As in the portal, and then you have to allow for that processing time. Check your emails on system regularly. This is the method of communication, right? That WBENC Link 2.0 uses to communicate the status on your application. So you're going to need to check that. And then next, engage and leverage. Become engaged with the organization, attend the events, volunteer. We're going to talk about what those opportunities are. How can you get engaged? What are the resources and what are the opportunities? Okay, let's move on to regional opportunities. Our business development program, ORV, is the Ohio River Valley. ORV stands for Ohio River Valley. Our business development program is a comprehensive 7-month business development program, and it's designed for women business owners who are building sustainable and scalable companies. Modeled after the Kaufman Fast Track Growth Venture Program and hosted in partnership with corporations such as Procter & Gamble, Bath & Body Works, Marathon, and Fifth Third Bank. This course is guided by certified facilitators and includes subject matter experts. It's a highly selective program, and it's limited to 10 participants each year. So if you're selected to be part of the business development program, it is quite an honor. And you're going to get hands-on direct access to information, resources, and tools, and some up close and personals with some of our corporate members. Regional signature events. My favorite event is Catch the Wave. Catch the Wave is our annual conference. We have monthly or every other month WBE Connects. I think, Kathleen, I think I met you if you were at a WBE Connect, I think I may have been at one of those WBE Connects because I remember the broken crayon story.
And standing out.
Yes, I remembered that. So the Bold and Brilliant, that's our signature event for women, that's open to all of our members, but it focuses on getting women of color engaged. Doing business with corporate webinars, industry specific events. So if you check the calendar, if you go to the website, you check the calendar, there's an event going on, 2 or 3 or 4 events going on every week. There was an event last night. There's an event today. There's always opportunities for you to connect and engage. Professional and business development, we talked about that with with the business development program. Monthly webinars, you are in one of them. This is an onboarding webinar. Quarterly, maximizing your certification. So this is after you've been certified, and you want to know more about how can I get the most out of my certification. Quick story. When I was certified under my first business, I really did not maximize my certification the way that I am leveraging it now. So when you're maximizing your certification, you are leveraging the resources to grow your business, to become scalable, to become more sustainable. And so, hindsight 2020, my growth then versus now is phenomenal. Big difference because I've gotten engaged, because I've learned how to navigate this community. Okay. The annual Catch the Wave Conference Prep webinar, you definitely want to attend that. If you've never gone, and you don't know what to expect, it could seem overwhelming. So if you go to the prep webinar, you're going to know what to expect. You're going to have a plan. And so when you go to the conference and you go to the prep webinar, it's going to help you develop your navigation plan. WBENC Link 2.0 webinars, those are monthly, and you can go to the website to find out when those are. And then again, professional and business development. All right, resources. So we talked about C, certification. We've talked about O, opportunities. Let's get into resources. Again, where do I find and where do I go and what systems do I use? WBENC Link 2.0, that is your platform. That is the database, exclusive digital proprietary database for WBEs and corporate and government members. So it's a searchable database. Women Owned is a campaign that brings consumer recognition to women-owned businesses with consumer products. WBENC programs. You're going to hear a lot about WBENC programs. The WBENC programs are phenomenal. If you apply to get into one of those programs, the programs that I have gone through, they have been free of charge. There's several different programs. You just have to dedicate yourself to have the time to do it. The WBENC calendar, again, check it often. I cannot overemphasize, when you're doing your planning, your strategic planning, one of the items on your strategic plan as a business owner and as a WBE should be what's going on in my WBE community. So check those calendars. And then Act Intentionally is a campaign to support corporations that support women-owned businesses. So let's find out more about that. Again, unlocking countless opportunities. Now, these are some of the national programs that WBENC offers. We Thrive, We Ignite. I've gone through We Ignite, and which is basically operating system, just getting you into a better place where your business is more organized and you can scale and you can focus on what you need to focus on in order to grow your business. There's Where Energy, there's WBENC Capstone, WBENC Lift, all of these different opportunities, and you can find out more about these different opportunities if you want to know specific information about the specific programs by going to WBENC.org and clicking on programs. there is a collegiate accelerator. I love what we're doing with our college students. There's WBENC Next Gen and WBENC Future Gen. So many different opportunities. We had several of our RPO WBEs in the national WBENC pitch, and so we're proud of them and the work that they've done, and we'll highlight them in a minute. And so again, there's e-learning, a plethora of resources, and you're going to find all of that information on the website. Resources on the regional level. Again, you can take a moment. You can scan this QR code. I will pause. I've been talking a lot, and this will give me an opportunity to just take a sip of water. All right. So hopefully you've gotten an opportunity to see what's going on. The monthly newsletter, you want to subscribe to that information. It's going to tell you about events, corporate, and bid opportunities, right? So we strongly encourage all owners to unlock your full potential and navigate challenges effectively through these resources. There's the small business development centers. You can find that. I believe this PowerPoint slide deck will be provided to you, and you can just click on the link. You can also Google SBDC, and then it'll pull up the Small Business Administration website. SCORE offers free expert mentoring services and is funded in part through a cooperative agreement with SBA. The QR code is giving Dr. K. There was a question there on the QR code. So she has dropped that link. We apologize for that. She's dropped that link in the chat. So everybody, please go and click on the chat. The link in the chat to see the new calendar. All right. And then Economic Development and Community, ECDI, is another resource for small businesses. And so they provide coaching, but also financial assistance. So if you need some working capital to proceed to grow your business, they're going to give you some great interest rates. Some of their products are interest free. And so you want to check out their website as well. So, all right, CORE. E is for engaged. I wasn't a cheerleader, but I'm a cheer mom. And my daughter cheered all through high school, competitive and sideline. So give me a C, give me an O, give me an R, give me an E. Let's get engaged. Get involved. Certification is like a gold pass, access to the world of benefits and opportunities. But it's not guaranteed, right? That you're going to get a contract. In order to build those relationships, you got to get involved. You got to get engaged. You got to show up. You got to participate in events. People need to see you. FaceTime is very important. That FaceTime, when they see you, they hear you, you're going to be more likely to be remembered when they're going through packages. So show up, create that image that you're reliable, that you're involved, that you're interested in solving the problems that corporations have. So where do you start? Attend events and programs on the national and regional level. And the calendar is going to show you what's coming up. And we've got a few things we'll show you at the end of this presentation. Sit at tables where you do not know everyone. Now, personally, I used to be very uncomfortable, speaking to people that were not in my circle, right? But I got out of that in order to grow my business. I married an introvert married an extrovert. I used to be an introvert. I'm no longer an introvert. You can't be an introvert growing your business. You can't be so technically focused that you don't see the people side, right? So sit at tables where you don't know everyone, post in virtual event chats. Don't just focus on corporations. The reason why I ask us to introduce ourselves, because there might be opportunity for WBE to WBE Connect. We all are providing solutions to problems that businesses have. And so you never know where your opportunity might come from. WB to WB business is powerful, and you don't know who they know. And so they may have an introduction. They may be needing a partner in something that, a bid or a proposal. They may need a larger partner. So that's something to think about. Apply for executive education programs and pitch competitions. This is just going to help you improve your delivery, your elevator speech, and being able to express who you are, what you do, why you do, and how you want to do business with that particular party. Attend national forum meetings. I am a forum member. I don't know if we talked about that at the beginning, but I'm one of the forum members that represents our um, RPO on the national forum level. So go to those forum events. When they say they're having a forum breakfast, you can come to that. It's not limited to forum members. Make introductions and pay it forward. So if someone introduce you, you introduce someone else. And that's how the network grows. The support system between WBEs, particularly in our RPO, is a phenomenal one. And we want each other to succeed. There is plenty of room at the table for us to succeed and to do it together. Engagement, again, WBE stars. What this is each year, 14 exemplary women leaders step into the spotlight. Think about basketball, and that's actually the logo for my business. They're slam dunking it, right? They're in the spotlight, and they're the National Premier Award for Excellence among Women Business Enterprises. WBE stars are selected annually by the 14 WBENC RPOs, and so they're spotlighted and showcased at the national convention of the national conference. And our national conference this year, I believe, it's in June, and it's going to be in Salt Lake City. So that will be definitely something you'll want to go to. But if you can't make it to the national, the annual Catch the Wave conference, which is a mini a national conference, you're going to get great programming, great resources, great connections at Catch the Wave as well. America's top corporations. This is an annual list that top corporations for WBEs. So WBENC national corporate and government members who successfully drive sustainable inclusion of women-owned businesses. So WBENC is recognizing them as America's top corporations. And then Legacy of Leaders is a group of corporate members and WBEs who serve in an advisory capacity to WBENC and have significant roles. So WBENC also honors exceptional WBEs and corporate members at our signature event through individual awards, including the Applause Award, the Crystal Leadership Award, and He's for She's, and more. So it's not just limited to women, but those that are advocating for women-owned businesses as well. So here's a little spotlight, some of our regional award winners. Trailblazer Award winner. This goes to someone who sets an example, right? They're out there, they're being great, both in business and in their community. And the winner is honored every year at our Catch the Wave. This year's honoree is a fellow forum member, Jill Frey, and she's the president of Cummins Facility Services. WBENC Forum selects a group of WBENC certified WBEs that are nominated by their RPO and appointed by WBENC. Forum members serve on business-focused teams where they share their expertise and knowledge with each other. And then our WBENC star. This person illustrates the country's vital ability to build successful businesses. The women's strategic vision, business acumen, and sheer talent combine to meet their corporate clients' complex needs and propel our economy forward. Molly Zirek is our trailblazer for 2025, our WBE star for 2025. And Molly is actually also the treasurer of our RPO. Engagement at the regional level, again, just to summarize, WBEC ORV. There are sponsorship packages where you can gain visibility. And so we have special WBE rates for Catch the Wave, Bold and Brilliant, RPO meetups at WBENC National, the industry series, newsletter, virtual workshops. We can customize that option. If you have in kind, you say, maybe it's not cash, but you're going to offer some type of product or something to fill the bag, or t-shirts, whatever you can, you will still get recognized for that contribution. And so we can customize those packages. I do believe, Dr. K, you can correct me if I'm wrong, that there's even, say you want to do multiple of these, we even have bundle packages available.
Oh yeah,
That's coming out this
definitely.
year. That's new. All right. Again, engagement at the regional level. You want to get involved, make the connections within WBEC ORV and give back to our community. One thing that I was very proud that we were able to do in our Catch the Wave, in our RPO, in Catch the Wave, we did community service. And so we also not only did community service together, but we also not only collected items for homeless and women's shelter, but we also gave monies like to the YWCA. We gave to different charities. So when you are part of WBEC ORV, when you get engaged, there's opportunities to volunteer. Volunteer, at these annual conferences, at the Bold and Brilliant. And there's always ways that you can volunteer. Even if you want to become a speaker, you can apply to be in the speaker series. And so with that, I'm going to ask that you would let our committee chairs know what you want to do. The committees that you can serve on is corporate engagement, certification, communications and marketing, finance, programming and events, and women of color. So take an opportunity to scan here. And I am going to go back to the chat just to make sure. I think Dr. K was answering questions as we went.
I
Dr. K, are there
have the
any?
only one that you said you're going to come back to is what is the small business admin process and is there a payment expectation? And you mentioned you were going to come back to that.
So there is no additional payment expectation outside of the certification that you get with it. When you go through in the WeBe link and you're selecting WOSB certification, you're gonna go through that entire process. Now, they're going to verify, and I don't know if I could bring it up. You're gonna have to go through a plethora of questions about like tax liabilities. Of course, being certified WSB, you want to make sure that there's nothing outstanding with the federal government. And so you're going to ascertain all those questions. The certification team will let you know if they have questions. And then they're going to give you, let's see if I have, I happen to have one here. They're going to give you, this, I don't know if you all can see this. This was the first one that I got. They're going to give you this certification. You're going to upload that to WSB and not WSB, Small Business Administration. And then it can take anywhere from 2 weeks to 6 weeks for them to get through it. But basically, you're getting to cut the line because right now it's taking 3 to 6 months to get a WOSB certification if you go without going through WeBank. I don't know if that answered the question. I think it was about the process and the payment. I think I got it.
Wonderful. Those were all the other questions. Everything else I've kind of answered as you've been going. Excuse me. I did also add in, and Jackie, if you want to stop sharing your screen for a moment.
Oh,
I
stop
did
sharing.
also add in, Jackie talked about our being a speaker. And we currently have our call to speakers open for 2026. This is something different than we've done in the past. So we are doing a one-time, hopefully all call for all the things that we need in 2026. So if that's something that you are interested in being considered for, I did
I
drop
stopped
that link.
sharing. I'm Dr. K. I
Yep,
don't know if you're
I
trying
can
to
see it.
share. Okay.
No, I'm not. I did drop that link into the chat as well, so folks can grab that from there. I wanted to take a moment and pause. I know this is a lot of information to digest all at one time. You will receive a copy of the recording as well as a PDF of the PowerPoint deck. I'd probably say you'll probably get that by the beginning part of next week, since it's already the latter part of the week from our admin. So you'll receive that in an email as well. So you can always reference the call as well as you'll be able to reference the deck. But does anybody have any questions that they did not already drop into the chat at all? All right, hearing none, I want to do a couple of more things in this bit of time that we have left. Excuse me. And so the first thing is I do want to ask for you all to complete our survey. So let me actually, Jackie, I'll just share my screen, it's fine. This survey is actually going to give us feedback about our session today. We definitely believe that feedback is a gift, and we cannot do all that we do without hearing back from all of you. So if you are not on your phone or anything like that and have the ability to pull out your phone, if you can scan this QR code and fill this out for us, it's a very brief survey. If you are currently watching this from your phone, you're driving, you're busy, you just don't have the opportunity right now to fill out the survey, that's not a problem. When you get that recap email, it's also going to include a link to this survey in that recap email. So whether you fill it out now or whether you fill it out later, all I do is just ask that you do go ahead and fill that survey out for us, please. Excuse me. And then I always like to take a moment to talk about all of the upcoming events that we have here at WBEC ORV. We are obviously wrapping up the year. I can't believe that Thanksgiving is next week and the holidays are right around the corner. So we don't have a whole lot of things going on in the month of December, but we do have a few. So if you know anybody who is interested in being a certified WBE, but they don't know what that entails, how do they get started? I know that you probably have already shared the process with them because you've just gone through it recently. But they can attend this webinar on December 4th, and they can learn how to become a certified WBE and how to go through all of the things that you've just gone through yourself. As a certified WBE, you all are now able to participate in our Doing Business series. It's doing business with our corporates, and this corporate is the Davy Tree Expert Company. The Doing Business series is a really great opportunity for you to come and, as I like to say, sit at the feet of our corporate partners in a small group setting. I think the largest session I've seen might have had like maybe 20, 25 people in there. When else will you have the chance to sit across the screen? I guess I was about to say across the table, but across the screen from someone from one of our corporate members. And so oftentimes they'll talk about, who they are, what they do in the community, why they want to do business with women like yourselves, if they have a process for procurement opportunities and things like that. They'll talk about that process. If they have a portal that you need to be able to know how to navigate, they'll walk you through all of those steps. So it's really a great chance to get the behind the scenes information in there. And then if you happen to have a friend who you know is newly certified and is not on the call today, tell her to join the one on December 18th. We'll be doing the same thing that we're doing today. So like I said, not a lot left in December, but we are working on a very robust calendar for 2026. Jackie did mention we've got Catch the Wave, which will be in August. Bold and Brilliant will be in March. We've got a new event, Women of Distinction, which will be in May. So all of our signature events were this close to being able to announce those. And by the latter part of December, our marketing team is actually going to release a calendar of all of our events for 2026. So you'll be able to sit down at the beginning of the year and really plan out a lot of the opportunities and where you want to come. And that is all that I have. I want to pause and see if anybody has anything or any final comments at all. All right, hearing none, I would like to say thank you all once again for joining today. Jackie, thanks for doing an amazing job today facilitating this
Thank you,
webinar.
Dr. K.
You are welcome, and happy holidays to you all, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.